Oh, what a beauty. Look at this. Black-headed python. I'm Neville Burns, and my passion has been working with reptiles for over 40 years. Even as a child, I realised that most adults had a fearful and negative view of snakes, and I just had this desire to tell them the truth about these animals. I caught my first brown snake when I was 8, and at 16 I left home and went to Queensland to follow my love of these animals. My working with crocs involved not only working with them in the top end of Australia, but transporting large ones to the southern states for special displays. This is Maniac. We brought him down from the Gulf to Wonderland, Sydney, where I was the reptile curator at the time. Working with reptiles has involved me with a lot of government departments where I taught safety and first aid for venomous snakebite, and also teaching school students and college students about venomous snakes. I've even had a dragon named after me in recognition of my educational work, Amphibolurus burnsii, or Burns's dragon. During my life, I built up a group of friends around Australia who specialise not only in reptiles, but in a variety of other animals, many of which are endangered. Join me as I visit friends all over Australia, from my mate Tommy Nichols that removes dangerous crocodiles from Darwin Harbour, to friends in North Queensland who breed wedge-tailed eagles. See you, little fella. We're here at the Australian Reptile Park. We're going to visit John Weigel, the director of the park, who recently got his OAM for conservation work. We're going to have a look at the program that he's got for saving the Tasmanian devils. The Tassie devil is in real trouble. There is a disease that is threatening them. John from the Reptile Park is part of a plan that could save the Tasmanian devil.
The fact is, if we don't do it, we're going to lose the devil. And we don't want to lose the devil. The DFTD, which is devil facial tumor disease, has moved over nearly 3/4 of the state of Tasmania, but there is no resistance to the disease.
What do you think is going to be the next step in combating what's happening? Are we going to lose the devils?
The safety net is to get a bunch of devils onto the mainland as quickly as possible and establish a captive breeding program that is far greater than the ambitions we've had so far, which is to keep maybe 100 of them in zoos, 150.
So what numbers are we looking at, planning at now?
Well, you know, the geneticists have sat down and done the calculations that for us to safely keep Tasmanian devils in captivity for a 30-year period, it's going to take 1,000 Tasmanian devils. So
that's a very big project.
That's a big project. We're talking about 100 pens that are 3 hectares in size, and the staff to look after the devils. We're talking about 1/2 ton of kangaroo carcasses every day.
Well, John, here at the Reptile Park, we're in a devil enclosure, right?
Well, I have a devil right here that's Betty. She's not breeding this year.
Right.
She's a 4-year-old. Hello, girl. A little bit scared.
I'd rather be handling a king cobra. Is it true that they bite as hard as they say?
Yes, it's true.
It is true, yeah. That's what I thought.
They don't need crocodile teeth. Okay, there you go. Take your time.
What did you say to her, John?
Yep, just like that. Perfect.
So this is the solution to the problem, breeding more of these little fellas.
It is, and you know, you've got to produce lots and lots of them because they just don't live very long, the poor little fellas.
How old's this one, John?
This is just leaving the teat, 6 months old. You know, if we have any resistance from the Australian public about spending the millions required, get someone to hold one of these and say it's okay to lose them.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, we lost the thylacine, and it is really a possibility. It's a very strong possibility we're going to lose the Tasmanian devil.
No, that we don't want to happen.
No,
These are great little animals.
You're going to give him a name, Neville? He doesn't have one yet.
Something suitable. Neville the devil?
Nev?
Yeah.
Neville the devil?
Why not?
Nev.
Why not?
There you go.
I'll be famous. Do you hear that, Nev? I don't think there's any Australian that's proud of themselves that wouldn't want to save these little guys.
Oh, you bet.
That's a fantastic animal.